Learning songs by ear doesn't train your ear. Wait, what? You've probably heard the advice.
Just learn songs by ear and your ear will naturally improve.
But after helping over 2,500 musicians transform their listening skills, we found this advice not only unhelpful. It's one of the main reasons most musicians stay stuck, frustrated, and feeling like they'll never develop a true ear for music. In this video, we're going to show you why learning songs by ear, at least the way most musicians do it, doesn't actually build intuitive listening skills, and more importantly, what to do instead. And yes, we'll walk you through a few simple exercises so you can experience the difference yourself. But first, if you're new here, I'm Leonardo, creator of Use Your Ear, a unique science-based ear training method rated excellent on Trustpilot and used in top music universities worldwide. Our mission is simple: to help musicians develop a truly intuitive, feel-based ear without overthinking, guesswork, or gimmicks. If you're interested in this, like and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos. If you've ever spent hours trying to figure out songs note by note, replaying the same section over and over, only to forget everything 2 days later, you're not alone. This is exactly what I used to do. I either relied on software like Guitar Pro, tabs, or I hunted and pecked on my instrument, playing random notes until one matched what I heard. But this trial and error process doesn't build your ear at all. It actually prevents you from internalizing the language of music. This hit me hard while producing sound-alike tracks for a premium platform. Even with years of experience, I still struggled to transcribe chords. It felt like piecing together a massive puzzle with no picture. So I stopped everything and dove into the science of music perception. What I found didn't just change my ear, it changed everything. The truth is, great musicians don't guess. You might not have noticed this yet, but each note has a specific emotional identity, a sonic sensation, depending on where it fits into the key. The first degree feels like home, the second has a different sensation, the third another one, and so on. And I'm not making this up. This is backed up by science. What great musicians do is recognize these sensations the same way you recognize colors. Green is green. You don't have to think about it, right? When they hear a song, they feel the scale degrees that are played, and they know exactly where to find them on their instrument. And when they imagine music in their heads, they're recognizing those same sensations internally. That's how they play by ear intuitively. When we learn songs by trial and error, we're not focusing on the right thing. You're not tuning into the key or connecting the notes to their emotional role within the tonality. So you never build the internal reference points that allow real recognition to happen. It's like trying to learn a language by randomly spelling syllables without even putting them together to form real words, or associating any meaning to the sounds. That's how disconnected this approach really is. If you want to develop your musical ear, you need to stop relying on your instrument. As long as you're checking notes on the fretboard or keyboard, your ear won't learn to work on its own. And I know most of you are thinking,
well, that's too difficult. How do I recognize the notes without an instrument?
In a moment, we'll walk you through an exercise to help with that. But just know that the goal isn't to recognize the actual notes. It's to recognize where each note falls within the scale of the song. And if you know your scale patterns, you know what that means. Once you feel the scale degree, you know exactly where to play it. So you stop guessing and start playing by ear confidently. But first, there's one foundational skill most musicians overlook: tonic recognition. And without it, recognizing notes by ear is almost impossible. For those who don't know this yet, the tonic is the home note, the first degree of the scale. The note all other notes want to resolve to. It's the gravitational center of the musical piece. Recognizing the tonic is crucial, because you can't play a song by ear accurately if you don't know what key it's in, right? But that's actually the least important reason why tonic recognition matters. The real reason is that tonic recognition is the backbone of the thinking strategies that make effortless recognition possible. It's your first intuitive connection to music, and without it, you can't develop the mental framework needed to recognize notes and chords as naturally as you recognize colors. Stick around until the end of this video to understand why this is true. Here's a simple way to start training tonic recognition. We'll play a short loop of a song in a major key. Your task is to identify and sing the note that feels like home. the one that brings everything to rest. At the end of the loop, I'll play the tonic, so you can check if you are singing the correct note or not. Pro tip: try singing along with the main melody. It'll help you feel which note sounds the most resolved, because singing makes these sensations more vivid and easier to internalize. Okay, here is the tonic note. That was a simplified example. Recognizing the tonic in real music is a bit more challenging. For step-by-step exercises and a deeper breakdown of the thinking strategies you'll need, check out the link in the description. Now that you've experienced tonic recognition, we're ready to move on to a powerful exercise that helps you start recognizing notes by ear, based on feeling, not guesswork. It's called the drone exercise. Here's how it works. We'll play a tonic drone, a steady sound built on the tonic chord. Then we'll play a single note on top of that drone. Your task is to listen to the sensation that each note creates and identify which scale degree it is. To keep it simple, we're going to limit the options to just the first 3 scale degrees, so the note you hear will always be either the first, second, or third degree of the scale. Before we begin the exercise, let's listen to a quick reference. We'll play the tonic drone and then each of the first 3 scale degrees, one at a time. As you listen, focus on memorizing how each note feels on top of the drone. Which one feels resolved? Which one feels tense or unstable? Can you feel how this one feels at rest? That's the first degree, the tonic. This one feels tense, like it wants to go back to 1. And this one has a gentler tension. It's not home, but it's not far. Now, let's put your ear to the test. You'll hear a drone with a note on top. Each one will be the first, second, or third degree. Focus on how it feels, then identify it before we reveal the answer. That was 3. That was 1. You heard 2. That was 1. You heard 3. That was 1. All right, before we move on, drop a comment and let us know how it went. And if you don't want to miss our upcoming videos, be sure to subscribe now. This was just a simple exercise, but to apply your skills to real music, you'll need to recognize all 7 notes of the key and do it without the help of a drone. That's exactly what our method is designed to help you achieve. And here's what our students have learned to do. This was Matt's level before he started the training.
Sounds major. The only thing there, I think I recognised a 5th, and I know I'm not meant to be focusing on intervals, so I have to ignore that. No idea where it started. Try again. Well, you can see how great I am at this. Even with my instrument, it's a massive challenge.
In the next clip, you'll see how he can now recognize notes by ear alone after our training. This is the tonic.
Do. I say that's the 3rd.
Okay.
So it's like the fifth, keep going. Second. Seventh.
In the next clip, you'll see him recognizing chord progressions entirely by ear after our training.
1, 5, 4, 6.
If you want to develop your ear step by step and recognize notes and chords effortlessly, check the link in the description for our full method and for our free trainings. But if you're not ready for that yet, there's still one critical thing you need to know. Even though this drone exercise can be very effective, it only works if you adopt the right thinking strategy. How you think is far more important than which exercise you practice. And this is where most musicians get stuck. They rely on interval thinking, trying to calculate the interval between the tonic and the target note. It sounds logical. It's what traditional ear training teaches. But after trying it myself for over a decade and working with thousands of students, I can tell you, interval thinking blocks your ear from forming a real intuitive connection to the sound of each scale degree, making ear training completely ineffective for most musicians. If you want to understand why and learn the thinking strategy that actually works, watch this video. We break it down step by step and show you how to finally recognize notes by ear quickly and effortlessly without thinking of intervals at all.